Hi everyone and welcome to Manchester Film Festival. It's our 10th year and we're here today with the cast and crew of Die Before You Die. Gentlemen, how are you both today?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Dan Pringle, the writer and director of the movie.
And I'm Ziad Abaza, who is on that poster.
And that's my face.
There he is, struggling.
We'll start at the obvious place. Where did the idea for the film come from?
So I was involved in a bigger movie before Die Before You Die, and kind of came out the back of that, and it went really badly wrong. Actually, it's kind of quite publicly covered in the UK press, but came out the other end of that and kind of reflected on, what I was doing with this career and working in this industry and why I was making films, and had a conversation with Ziad's brother, and as you do, and he said, would you be interested in making another smaller movie similar to the one that you guys made previously, K-Shop? I've actually got a nut of an idea, which is basically based on a Islamic folk story about a guy who dug his own grave to get closer to understanding death. That was kind of the genesis of it. He chucked us that, and I thought, well, Islam isn't my faith, it's Ziad, so I'll get him involved in the writing of it, and that was it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, as he said.
Lovely. And Ziad, what do you hope audiences take away from the film when they watch it tonight?
I think the film draws on a lot of themes to do with ego, love of the world, attachment to things, fame, a lot of things that are very kind of important in our current culture. And perhaps just to think about, the importance of those things and the remembrance of death, which isn't a typically celebrated virtue in this part of the world or even in the modern world now. But there might be something slightly uncomfortable about that, but something quite important about it at the same time.
Is grappling with that theme more uncomfortable than being in a pit like that?
Yeah, I would say it really just depends on one's kind of perspective, but it can be very morbid as a thought. But at the same time, there's, I don't know if it still runs, but there was an account on Twitter that literally just reminds you every day, you're going to die someday. And it got a lot of likes. And so I think there's an audience for people who like to remember that, and there's definitely people who don't want to remember that.
And I'm going to ask a very difficult question for you both now, possibly the most difficult question of the evening. Have you been to Manchester before?
I have.
I've been to Manchester, but I haven't been to the Manchester Film Festival before.
And how are you finding your experience at the Manchester Film Festival so far?
Absolutely fantastic, Tom. It's a wonderful festival,
brilliant.
Full of wonderful people.
We love it.
Watched some great movies today, and thoroughly enjoying being a part of this collective.
Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, it's our 10th birthday. We're turning 10. What's the best birthday present either of you have ever got?
Cool. Best birthday present.
Holiday to Japan.
Now that is a pretty ace
was
birthday
really good.
present.
Did the whole Tokyo Mario Kart thing. Very, very nice. You can top that?
I don't know if it was for my birthday, but he randomly bought me a Nintendo Switch with The Legend of Zelda once, and that came out of absolutely nowhere. Just arrived in the post with no heads up.
He was working really hard.
That was a pretty special present.
He needed to relax.
So I'm going to go with that.
A Switch and a trip to Japan. Thank you so much, guys. That's brilliant. That's everything we need.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Tom.